All of the pumpkin, none of the frustration of the crust. It's been a while since I've posted a recipe, so I thought I would get back into the swing of things by giving you one of my favorites. This is Impossible Pumpkin Pie. Now, this one my mom can't take credit for, and I'm not going to either. This is a Bisquick recipe. You know, the little recipe magazines that you can find in grocery stores for Jell-O and Philadelphia cream cheese and Bisquick. But it was such a family favorite that Mom wanted to include it in her book. So let's move you down here and get started. I'm gonna preheat my oven to 350. And we'll grease our pie dish. This one belonged to my great-grandmother. Many a pie came out of these. And the recipe starts like this. Half a cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of Bisquick, 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 eggs, 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 can of pumpkin, and a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now you could use pumpkin pie spice and you would get much more nutmeg and allspice and clove, but Mom didn't like nutmeg, so she never included it in a lot of her winter desserts. I happen to prefer it this way, that you only use cinnamon. I feel like you taste more pumpkin. Trust me, I love spicy baked goods, but my pumpkin I want less altered. That's it. I'm gonna blend this up and put it in my pie tin. And a little more cinnamon for the top. And that's it. It's very full, so I'm going to very carefully put this in the oven for 50 to 55 minutes. Probably a good idea if you have a splash guard there. Now, did you notice that I didn't use a pie crust in this recipe? Well, that's what makes it impossible. The Bisquick changes the texture of the pie ever so slightly. It's still got the lovely custardy goodness of pumpkin pie. And I didn't have to make a floury mess. And if you can't do gluten, Bisquick also has a gluten-free option. So you could make this for a couple of different eating restrictions without too many modifications. I took my pie out of the oven and I allowed it to cool, and this is what we have. Now, it did crack a little bit, and I think I know why. I think there were a couple of chunks of butter that didn't quite fully distribute, so I'm going to add to the recipe that you need to melt the butter first. And come to think of it, I probably did that when I've made it the last couple of times, but because I was following Mom's recipe, I think I forgot about it. But that means I get to taste test with the cracked one. And you know what? What cracked? Do you see a crack? I don't see a crack. And here we go. Absolutely delicious. See? No crust. This almost bakes like a brownie where you get a little bit of a crispy edge. I love regular pumpkin pie, but this is all the reward and none of the hassle. Now, as long as I leave it alone, everybody else will get a bite. Maybe.